Wow, who would have thought that an item of headwear could be so inflammatory? But consider the case of Justice Bernd Zabel, an Ontario judge who wore a red hat in a Hamilton courtroom brandishing the Donald Trump election slogan of "Make America Great Again" just one day prior to the U.S. election. That fashion choice didn't go over so well, and more than 80 people filed complaints. So it was that the 69-year-old judge was recently hauled before a disciplinary hearing to explain himself. Now, for what it's worth, he said he wore the hat as a joke, not to make a political statement regarding the U.S. election, an explanation that makes yours truly raise one Spockian eyebrow. Nevertheless, apparently wearing such a chapeau is contrary to the standard of conduct expected of a judge and constitutes judicial misconduct. The disciplinary panel must now decide what penalty, if any, to impose, which might even include permanently removing Zabel from the bench. In the meantime, if politicized headwear is now a judicial no-no in the courtrooms of our great Dominion, then in the Department of Quid Pro Quo, surely the time has come to ban the niqab and burqa in Canadian courtrooms too, because what is the burqa or the niqab other than a fashion statement in support of political Islam? Well, there are no burqa or niqab-clad judges in Canada, yet. What would be the response if someone wearing this fabric coffin rose up through the judicial ranks to become a full-fledged judge? Or even worse, a human rights tribunal member, given that a Human Rights Commission has the power of a real court, yet of course acts like a kangaroo court, and there is no valid justification for Muslim women wearing such attire. Feel free to consult with numerous Muslim scholars who will tell you there's absolutely nothing in the Quran mandating the wearing of these Islamic beekeeper costumes, so that removes the religious card from the table. For example, writing in the Toronto Sun, Raheel Raza quoted a scholar of Islamic history, Professor Mohammed Kadir of Queen's University, who stated the following, quote, "The argument about concealing one's face as a religious obligation is contentious and is not backed by the evidence. In Western societies, the niqab also is a symbol of distrust for fellow citizens and a statement of self-segregation. The wearer of a face veil is conveying, 'I am violated if you look at me,'" end quote. Hardly a Western value anyone would want to champion, regardless of one's political leanings, I should think. So perhaps the time has come for the rest of Canada to adopt Quebec's Bill 62, which is now working its way through committee. Bill 62 calls for a duty of religious neutrality on the part of all public servants. Translation, keep those Muslim masks at home or at the mosque if you're employed as a government worker, and with good reason. We know how political Islam views women and homosexuals and infidels. How would, say, a gay atheist feel in dealing with a public servant wearing a burqa or a niqab? I don't think he or she would feel comfortable at all. So if electioneering hats are off the table, when will our elected officials across Canada make the same pronouncements regarding niqabs and burqas? Probably never, because when it comes to appeasing the Islamist contingent, the double standard rules supreme vis-a-vis unreasonable accommodation. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw, then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.